my next haircut. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to leave the fringe front here long. We're going to let this grow out. We're going to blend it in, but we're bringing up her lengths right hitting the shoulder. Maybe a dab longer. Really cool. All sleeks through. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a lot of weight out throughout the perimeter to make it a really, really swingy. Very good. So here we turn the cape around, the usual. Okay, you can hold here. Bringing that hair down. And look, you can see here, this is a ton of hair. Okay. Just a lot of hair. The K Long Couture is made out of the most durable Japanese steel available. Every shear has its own serial number, and we added the lightest polymer glide possible right here at the pivot. And we're going to cut here, straight through. So, excellent, give it a swing to it here already. That's a very cool length. And what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to bring up the length in the end a little bit again, as well, like to level it off completely, but I'm going to do that after I take all that weight out, because she has so much hair and it's actual thick hair. So I'm going to take all that weight out. All right, here we are again. So let's start actually right here in the back of the hair. And I'm using my KT Slide Royale first. I use the KT first, my most aggressive texture sliding shear. And I am taking a vertical section, just like that. And you can see this young lady, she's got a ton of hair, and it's a thick hair. So it's a lot of thick hair. And there's actually people with a lot of thick hair. Huh? So, there you go. And this is what we're doing here, is taking all that weight out. As you can see here, just take step section by section, pull it straight out here, go in, close it, and just pull out. It's really nice. Great way to eliminate all that bulk and add a lot of movement. You know, how can hair move when it's all heavy and solid? So you want light hair, you want to have a curtainy. Okay? That's why I always say every hairstylist should have texturizing shear, thinner blender shears, sculpting shears, curved shears, precision blade, all sorts. And that's how you can make, you know, hair at this length, which, you know, maybe has a tendency to be maybe a little bit more on the, you know, a little bit more on the not so wild side, right? Actually, you can add that fun factor to it when you know, have a nice light perimeter. And again, we're getting the hair prepped, so we're actually going to bring up the length and hitting that most likely right around the shoulder. So, I made it nice and airy. It's just so much. I tell you, someone with so much hair like this young lady has, and so thick hair, actually welcomes it to, like, if you actually take weight out. Loves it. Sorry. There's still a lot of color streak in here, kind of fun. So, excellent. So, now we're going to bring up the length again. Yeah, and then we're going to go back in and give him the finishing touches around the face as well, because I haven't done that yet. Because first I leveled it out. So, why don't you stand up again? Actually, here, bring up the length a little bit. So, we're going to turn her around and we're going to turn that cape around again. Right here, very nice. Stand so nice. It's lovely. And again, just for just the reason why I turned the cape around, so I don't have these flaps in the back, you know, bothering me. So here, I'm gonna bring up the cape here. Fantastic. Again with my K-Long Couture. But because now we have less weight on the hair, it's much easier for me to sculpt it and to hit the lengths perfectly. The white on the cape really is nice because it gives you a good contrast. Can you hold it over here quickly? Very good. Here. And we're going to have her look over to this side, so the length falls over the shoulder. Oh, like this. Thanks, don't move. Thank you. And this actually gives me the guide here to connect to the back. Cut it nice and blunt. That's why we're using the K-Long Couture. And then here you can look as well over to this side and then have the same thing fall over, so we can cut and blend this nicely in. Excellent. Super. Looking good so far. Awesome. So now, just kind of looking quickly from the front, we still have a little bit more hair on this side than on the other side, so we're going to level that and we're going to blend this just kind of in, but we're not in particularly cutting the bangs shorter, so we just kind of make it level right. Also, the lightness of the hair from the front to the back. Ready? Yep. All right, cool. We're going to move the KB Slide Royale. Wonderful tool. And right here, just take nice white section, comb it straight towards me. And slice this out. And now you see you have that length, but you add that certain pizzazz to it, which is really cool. So that's what I'm doing here. I take these slices out here. Vertical sections, again, not a big deal for my shears to cut through. Those sliders, same thing on the other side, right here around the face. Comb them straight out. Same thing here too. Few pieces of hair here, just a few pieces here. I'm actually gonna take this here sideways here and just so you can slide these nicely out. Now I tilt them sideways, so when they fall on the left and on the right, the same. Okay. Here right too, I'm taking a little bit of a bigger triangle, okay, as you can see. And again, this is for around the face as well. Make it nice and soft. Now to grow out, you see like the blend, it blends in perfectly. Same thing on the other side, it just blends in, okay. Just make sure here the perimeter is nice and clean. And you're good, yeah, perfect, excellent, sorry about that. Cool. Outline here, nice and clean. Excellent. See how light it is on the hair end, and that's really when you're going to add the product, when this comes in very handy to make it fun. And also again, the growing out part is going to be absolutely paradise, because it's going to grow out just so smooth, you know, because the ends are light. Just right here. Excellent. So here as well, see, you can even use it just with the point, because we have all flat tips here. You can just go in and literally sculpt it out. Just turn around. That you can, here, right here, mush it in at the hair end to get that separation, to make it now. See that? That's the trick. Okay, and also you have to use very little. But do you see now how this hair, how that becomes alive? We have taken all that weight out through the perimeter, and this is exactly what you need to make this cool. That's how you can like get a really nice textured, separated look by just still the same amount. Rub it in your hands and mush it in. Mush it in. Excellent. Front of the face as well. And then here, if you want more volume, we're just going to give her a little bit of a head massage right there, and then you have this really cool textured look. There you go. Fantastico. Grande.